This is Rizmithani with Sitare TV, and I have my next guest, Siddharth, here. I'll let him introduce himself.
I'm Manu Rekhi. I'm a partner at Inventus Capital. It's a US, India-based venture financing firm that does early stage financing.
Okay. So what other challenges do you find which are different between US funding and funding in India?
Well, I mean, the challenge is, the U.S. is a much more mature market. It's been around, the ecosystem's been around for 30 years. India, has been more or less forming over the last 10 years. So we see the same level of excitement that we see here. And the good thing about U.S. and India is that they're tied to the hip. The best entrepreneurs sort of go back and forth between U.S. and India.
Okay. So can you dwell a little bit more on what you mean by tied to the hip?
Well, being English-speaking on both sides, and the entrepreneurs actually working with some of the best U.S. companies, they actually learn the best practices, and then when they leave the companies to actually start startups, they actually look at the U.S. as the biggest market. They're thinking about B2B, where they're getting the best ideas from here. I think unlike China, where the markets are huge insular, they focus on the internal markets, whereas Indian entrepreneurs are very global thinking from day one.
So can you share with us some exciting partnerships and ventures you're working with right now?
Sure. Well, in the U.S., one of my favorite investments is a company called Poshmark, started by an Indian entrepreneur called Manish Chandra, and they're doing fashion peer-to-peer commerce. So it's a social commerce where women can actually buy and sell items. And so think of eBay, if eBay was started on a mobile today, and how effective that would be. He's doing, has millions of customers, doing millions of dollars in sales a month. So it's pretty exciting.
That's interesting, because I used to work with Manish Chandra a little bit in the past, so I know him. So
great
that you brought that up. So how have you found the conference going for you so far?
Well, the conference is good. I mean, I've been coming to TiEcon for 18 years now. I started as a volunteer and then as an entrepreneur when I was raising money. And then, as a charter member and now as a venture capitalist, I've been involved with TiE throughout. Part of the initiatives here, $1 Billion Babies and TiE Launchpad and Angel. So TiE is one of our best sources of deal source for entrepreneurs. And it's sort of giving back to the community, which has given so much back to me over the last 20 years.
All right. So thank you for that. And what else would you like to add?
Well, I mean, to entrepreneurs mostly, because that's where I spend most of my time. Is when you're raising money or you're raising or doing anything else, it's about getting the deal done. Whether you're trying to convince your mom to let you actually leave your job at Facebook or Google or Twitter to do something that you have a dream for. I would sort of say do it, because there's no time like today.
Good advice. Thank you.
All right.